Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
Please board quickly and safely. Our monorail will be departing momentarily. Thank you.
Hey everybody, thank you for joining us. Welcome aboard. You've joined us for episode number 25 of ResortLoop.com. I'm your host Tim Scott along with
Bob Collar. And so this would be our silver show?
It
25
is.
Years?
I'm expecting
25
silver.
years. Oh my gosh. If we last 25 years. Oh
my.
25 shows though. So that's pretty cool.
That's very exciting.
Yeah, very exciting.
Who knew? Who thought?
Can I just, before we get started, I have to say, again, thank you for inviting me to the palatial ResortLoop.com studios.
It's always my pleasure.
And I brought with me, I know you've been eyeballing this for a while now since I got here, but it is my travel mug, my Disney travel mug. We talked about this on our last podcast about whether you'd get the resort mug.
Right.
And I'm a fan. However, I will say this. I liked it back in the old days when each resort had their own mug.
I will agree, it was fantastic.
They went generic on us, and now all the mugs are the same. I have a Coronado Springs mug,
yes,
which I love. I have a Wilderness Lodge one.
Oh, yes, I used to have one of those.
And those were really cool.
They were.
Now they're all generic. You can't tell where you stayed. It's not. It's a souvenir, but it's not as special a souvenir.
Once you buy one, you only need one, though.
Exactly.
Every resort I went to buy, I'd like to buy one.
Absolutely. If you're staying at a different resort, you go, hey, I got to get that resort mug.
Yep.
So,
every time you pull it out of the cabinet, you're like, oh, I remember that vacation.
So I am enjoying my coffee out of the mug.
What kind of coffee you got in there?
I would enjoy it better if it were down there in Kona Coffee. This is Nantucket Blend. I'm not exactly Green Mountain, I believe.
Oh, that's a good coffee.
You know, I'm a Keurig guy.
You converted, I know.
Because I'm kind of a big deal.
You're a big deal, and you were cheap, but you're becoming a little more upscale, I'm noticing.
You know, my ego, thanks to the most spectacular listeners on the face of the planet.
They are fantastic.
My ego is just exploding.
Okay, stop getting in contact with Bob. He's starting to... I can't get his head through the door.
Because of that, I got to say, we got to throw out some shout-outs because we do have, I think, we've got the best listeners of any podcasting.
I love
Fantastic.
it. Yes.
And they have been so kind to us and just so giving to us. We really appreciate you guys so much. I'll throw out a Facebook shout-out to Keith White, who just joined us on Facebook. He says he just came upon our podcast and really enjoyed it. So keep up the good work, and we're going to keep trying, Keith.
Thank you, Keith. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thrilled to have you on board.
Absolutely.
Also, I've got one here from Jim Tucker. He listened to our episode, but he listened to it on Stitcher.
Oh, Stitcher!
I was very excited.
Wow.
I'm not sure exactly how many listeners we have on Stitcher, so that was very exciting news. So yes, you can. I know I usually don't think to mention it when we're on the podcast, but you can hear us on Stitcher Radio.
That's right.
Your smartphone app and desktop app, I believe.
Very, very cool. I love it. We got a shout out going to Matt Hawley, who is mholly579 on the Twitter. He says, thanks for the mention. We talked about him last time, and he says, really enjoying the show and the background music. Yes, there is background music.
There is?
Let's
listen. There it is, yeah. He was right.
I like that.
Our listeners are always right.
That's a good one, too.
I love
That's
it.
A good one.
And a quick one on the Twitter, we also had a quick little shout-out from Rebecca Kelly. She's been with us, I think, pretty much from the beginning.
Yes, Rebecca's fantastic.
Hey, and we also had a shout-out here from Beth Ann Roberts. She is from, let me tell you what she said. She goes, hey, guys, after your request on episode 23, I'd like to say I'm listening from Wales.
That is so cool.
Isn't that cool? That's awesome. I can't believe we have people over there listening.
Wasn't Princess Diana the Princess of Wales?
She was, however.
I think I said that.
You did say that. I just wasn't
on Facebook. Yeah.
Yes. Beth Ann replies, yes, but she wasn't Welsh.
No, she wasn't from Wales.
No.
It's one of them things. I don't know how that whole thing works.
She slipped through a loophole. I don't know how you get to be the
We'll have to call the Diz After Dark guys because I don't know how any of that.
They know all about that.
Yeah, it's one of those monarchy things.
But she says, keep up the good work. I love listening to our podcast. So thank you, Beth Ann.
Yeah,
awesome.
We appreciate that. Thanks so much. I got one more, and this one's kind of cool. This is from Finding Mickeys on the Twitter, and they say, Resort Lou Bob and Tim, really enjoyed your podcast. Would appreciate to hear your feedback on our site, findingmickeys.com. So I went and checked out findingmickeys.com, and I love their site.
You couldn't stop raving about them the other day.
So if you're into the whole hidden Mickeys kind of thing,
yes.
It is so cool because they have a picture. You got your picture, and you can go to any part of their site, and whether it's the cruise ships or movies or the resorts or the parks, specifically, and find all kinds of pictures of hidden Mickeys. But they don't show you what the hidden Mickeys are. They have a little tab at the bottom if you want to reveal what the Mickey is. So
yes.
You get to actually search for the Mickey in the picture. That's
awesome.
It's very cool.
Very well done.
And it is very well done. So it's a great website. Check that one out. It's findingmickeys.com.
Awesome.
So thanks for listening, and there's your shout out because it is a very good website. So.
Cool.
So what are we going to talk about today, Tim?
Well, I believe today we are going to talk about what country our listeners and us would like to see added to World Showcase at Epcot Center.
I love that idea.
Although I did say Epcot Center. I went old school on us.
Yes, you did.
That's all right. Nothing wrong with that.
You've got the T-shirt, for goodness sakes.
I do have a T-shirt. Epcot Center, I think it says 85 on it.
Which is very cool.
Yes.
And you're probably one of the very few people that actually have the video, the VHS video of Epcot Center.
I do have a VHS video. I also have a beta video of the Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know of this beta from which you speak.
Yeah, these are not the betas you're looking for.
I had trouble getting them. Yeah, very nice. I had trouble getting that into my computer. I'll have to post a picture on Twitter of me trying to get that beta. I've showed it to you, Bob. I'll have to share it to our listeners of me trying to get this beta video to play into the iMac.
There were belts and gears and pulleys, and I don't know how you got it into the computer, but
I only got parts of it. I have to try it again. But yes.
We are technology challenged in some regards.
That's true.
So,
are we recording? Is this on? Check.
Did you put the batteries in? Is it plugged in?
Did I do that again? Not plug it in. Take two.
So we threw this out to you guys, the listeners, and we got a fantastic response. So we're going to start off. We're going to throw it out there and let everybody know what you guys think should go into World Showcase. So Morgan, who is DVC Morgan on Twitter, wants to see Australia.
I agree.
I agree, too. I would love to see Australia.
It's not only a country, it's a continent.
It's a continent. Now,
and a vowel.
And you know, we said this before with Safari Mike when we had him on. Australia would be great because you can put in the whole Great Barrier Reef. You know, you've got the deserts. It's a very cool country. So
Sydney Harbor, right there on the World Showcase Lagoon.
Even though they're not listening to us,
no.
But we got some folks working on that. So.
Our friend Norman Bates is out there. He's pounding the Twitter pavement, trying to get us some followers and listeners from Australia. So thank you, Mr. Norman Bates.
Yes. So who do you got? What do you got over there?
Well, I have a friend of the show, Sean Woosley.
Oh, Sean.
He is also climbing on board Australia. He also suggests New Zealand, India, and Greece.
I like those.
I don't like India so much. I'm not an India fan.
Yeah.
Plus, they probably wouldn't serve steak there like they would in Australia.
Now, I will say, isn't India represented, though, in Animal Kingdom? I believe they are.
Good.
India is somewhat represented.
Yes.
Greece would be interesting.
Greece would be cool. Have a little Parthenon or something up there.
You got Italy over there.
Yes.
Why not have another Mediterranean country? That would be very cool.
And New Zealand? Have the Kiwis represented?
New Zealand, I understand that New Zealand's its own country, but you could kind of combine that with Australia, couldn't you?
You could, absolutely.
Yeah.
I like it.
Andrea on Anne in Jersey says, since Australia was suggested, how about Ireland or India again? So I do like Ireland. That would be kind of interesting.
Yes.
But I think that's
You're part of the UK.
Kind of represented in the UK. Yeah.
I would agree, but I like the idea. Here's one I kind of like. I kind of don't like. Let's be honest here. It is from Beth Ann Roberts. Also, we just had her on.
Yeah.
Brazil, because the ride could be a journey through the Amazon rainforest, and the shops could be carnival themed.
I like that idea.
I like the idea a lot.
And I will say this: I'm shocked and kind of disappointed. Disney does not represent South America hardly at all.
No.
I think you'd have to go to Coronado Springs maybe and use a little bit of the Mayan temple there. I don't know.
Maybe a little bit, and that's still kind of maybe more central.
Yeah.
America. Plus, I like the idea with Brazil, the Brazilian steakhouse theme. Hello.
Ooh, yeah.
So you have a nice, probably a nice signature restaurant there.
Yeah. And you get the rainforest.
Rainforest, the carnival theme. I'm loving.
I like that idea. Oh, I like that idea.
Rio.
Settle down.
Her name is Rio. And she, never mind.
Settle down. I got Vicky, who is Vicky MW on the Twitter, says, how about one of the African nations? I'm going to disagree with her on that. Only because, and we don't disagree with our listeners very often.
No.
But
once again, we're half full.
Right.
The half full
but,
podcast.
You know, I think, and she also goes on to say maybe Kenya as one of them, because she teaches her kids about Kenya at her school.
Okay.
So, and it is a fascinating place. She says it's a fascinating place, and it is. But I think Africa is really well represented over at Animal Kingdom. Isn't Africa pretty much?
Absolutely.
I mean, Africa and Asia.
They're right there.
That's pretty much what Animal Kingdom's all about.
Yes.
So I don't know. I don't know about any of the African nations because it's already being represented over at Animal Kingdom.
I agree. I think we've got that pretty well covered at the resort there. I have a little post here by Sean. Fairy Tale Journeys by Sean says, now, first of all, he wants to say that Canada needs an attraction. Maybe something like a coaster.
Yeah, but the moose out front should have told you they were closed.
But as for a new country, he says he would choose Thailand just because he loves Thai food so much.
That would be very interesting.
That is interesting.
But again, I believe Thailand is represented at Animal Kingdom.
True.
That's where they have the tigers, isn't it?
Yeah, they kind of had that Pacific Rim thing kind of...
right.
Kind of represented. So I'm liking Brazil. I'm loving Australia.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with adding something else to World Showcase. It's a whole different park.
Right.
But when you've already got that country or that region already represented someplace else, I'm just saying, you know, there are other places we could throw in there.
Let me throw this one out to you. What do you think about Spain?
You know, I am shocked that Spain is not represented anyway.
It's like it's one of the biggies when you think of Europe. You know,
and up till recent years, they've had a pretty strong economy. They've done all right.
Yes.
I was shocked. I was shocked that Spain wasn't there.
I'm shocked that they've not added a new pavilion since, for years now.
If you remember, they tried to squeeze in that like African village kind of. Yeah, wedged it in there a little bit.
Yeah, but they made it a drink station or something, didn't they?
Yeah, it wasn't.
Which I will say, in the summer, when you're making that long trek from Norway all the way over, from China all the way to Germany, you need to stop and get a drink.
You need something.
Or else you're going to start cramping up.
You need something. Now, let me ask, since we're going this route, is there any room to put anything else?
I think you've got room for 2 countries, don't you? I think you got at least 2.
So.
Yeah,
I would think so. All right. Mark, who goes by Don't Be Bold on the Twitter.
Oh, I'll try not to be.
He's also throwing out Ireland. He says, but only if they ban anything to do with leprechauns, thatched cottages, and diddly-eye music.
What'd you say?
You heard me.
Oh, my.
And so, of course, me being the inquisitive man that I am, had to find out what diddly-eye music was.
And what did you find out?
let me play a little bit for you.
Okay.
Hang on.
Oh, hey.
I like that.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
I like it.
I don't know what Mark's talking about.
It could be a background loop, maybe.
Don't they play that all the time on in Raglan Road anyway?
I would think they would have to.
I like that.
Yes.
So, yeah. All right.
Then we had Natalie Verbeck. She mentioned Greece. She loves their food, and they have a booth there for the Food and Wine Festival.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's a good call.
That is a good call. I like the idea. You know, in Greece, if you've ever seen, I've never been, but I've seen a lot of pictures of Greece. It's a beautiful country. They've got all those whitewashed kind of buildings along the coast there. That would be...
You could do so much with the architecture.
Yeah.
That could be a very, very well-themed country if they were to pull that one off.
That could be very interesting.
Yes.
Michael Black on Facebook, he says, again, Australia.
Mm-hmm.
But he says there's no real reason to back it up, but I think it could be a good addition. I know very little about it, but would love to learn more, and what better way than through an immersive pavilion. What's millions of dollars to Disney to save him from doing the research himself?
Hey, I like the way he thinks.
I do, too. I've always told my wife, I said, come on, we're going to go to Paris. Yeah, I'm not taking her all the way to Paris. I take her to World Showcase. That's the best I can do.
Yes.
So,
and our friend Craig Lucas said he suggests Liverpool again. That's a second shout out there for Liverpool getting the country.
Yeah.
He goes, it's its own country in England anyway, so why not in Epcot?
I don't know.
What's up with his Liverpool? What do you guys got going on over there? It's like our Washington, D.C. It's not really a state, but it's right there. See?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know really anything about Liverpool other than the Beatles. So I don't know. Some band.
A
long time ago.
Like Duran Duran, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Now that's a band.
There you go.
Those guys know. They're hungry.
Like the wolf.
We're
sorry. It was just a reflex.
We had to throw that out there because, of course, Tim is he loves the 80s. So
I'm hoping to leave it at one point.
So we appreciate everybody throwing in their input. It sounds to me like Australia seems to be in the lead anyway.
I would think so.
Australia, Ireland seems to be doing well.
Brazil.
As far as our listeners, Brazil. And, of course, you threw out Spain. I love the idea of Spain.
Spain would be very unique.
Yeah. And India, I don't know enough about India, to be honest with you. So
I know enough to know I don't want to go there. So I don't think I want a pavilion there.
Well, they're not going to serve any. They're not going to serve any hamburgers there.
No,
I do know that.
No, and there'd be cows wandering the grounds. We don't have listeners in India, do we?
I don't think we're in India.
Oh,
but that you could always throw Clarabelle out there. I'm just throwing it out. No, but I like Australia. I still think that South America is not represented at all.
No. It's not, but they're hoping, if they go Brazil
would be good. Argentina. I don't know.
I don't know. Those are the biggies. It would probably have the capital and
you've got the rainforest down there, the Amazon. I mean, come on.
I love it.
That's big.
So let's go over this real quick. So we're going to build a pavilion. What do we need? We need at least that one signature restaurant, a good counter service restaurant. Now, apparently you don't necessarily have to have an attraction.
No, you don't need a ride.
And then you would need unique shopping, and possibly a movie. But they all don't have movies, and they all don't have boat rides. What do you think? What are you thinking? What would you want to add using those criteria?
Here's what I'm going to say.
All right.
If I am Robert Iger, I'm sitting on a beach right now. First off, then
let me get him on the phone.
Here's what I would do.
All right.
If money were no object and I could do whatever I wanted, I would put Spain in World Showcase.
Okay.
I love Spain in World Showcase. I'd also put Greece in World Showcase.
Oh, okay.
Then I would take Australia and put that in Animal Kingdom.
Really?
Australia has unique animals. It's
okay.
got the Great Barrier Reef.
Runs the whole coast.
Runs the whole coast. And then I would put South America in there too. Rainforest with the Amazon running through it, just like you had suggested to Safari Mike. Not necessarily moving Jungle Cruise over there, but a pseudo version of Jungle Cruise.
I like where you're going. Because I was thinking the same thing about the Amazon and a cruise, but not putting it at the Animal Kingdom. That's fantastic.
Because you got, I mean, that all of those two countries and regions have a lot of unique animals in them.
And that would give you another signature restaurant at the Animal Kingdom.
Absolutely.
Another reason to stay there. Get somebody on the phone. What's Imagineering's phone number? I'm sure they've not thought of this. This is excellent.
I don't know anybody.
Do our listeners know anybody?
Joe Rohde, if you're listening, give us a call. Yeah, because, I mean, think about it. You could have the, what is that, the Sydney Opera House?
Yes, right there.
Ties in with Finding Nemo. Hello.
Oh, it does. It could be a venue for a show also.
Oh, it'd be fantastic. Oh. You could actually take the show out of, well, you probably couldn't take it out of that building because of the special effects that they use for that show, but you could put Nemo or something there. It would be great.
Yes.
It would be great. And they've got plenty of room over at Animal Kingdom to do.
Oh, they do.
So
I like it.
They don't use that river for anything anymore.
Nope.
Let's use it.
Use it or lose it.
Let's make some stuff happen.
I'm on the phone right now.
Anyway, that's all I got. I like Spain. I like Greece in World Showcase. Move everything else over to Animal Kingdom.
I like the idea. Greece, you could have a fantastic restaurant. Spain, fantastic restaurant.
Yep.
I love it.
Yep. Little Ouzo over in Greece.
What?
Oh yeah, it's a drink.
Oh,
it's like the Greek version of vodka.
Very nice. I thought we were talking about the musical and it had something to do with Sandy, and I got all confused.
John Travolta will not be allowed to go there.
I thought you were going to break out into Grease Lightning. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, you got to get out of the 80s, my friend. you just do.
But then I'd have to get rid of all my clothes.
But, well, that's all I've got. You got anything else?
No, I think we pretty much covered the topic.
I think so, too. And I hope that, if anybody else has some other ideas, I do not want to see an Antarctica. I don't want to see that anywhere.
No. Blizzard Beach has enough snow theme for us.
That's enough. It's Florida, for goodness sakes.
Ugh.
What don't we want to see? Real quick. No Greenland.
No Greenland, no Iceland.
Yeah. No North Pole.
Ugh.
I want to see that.
No. What about Russia?
Russia, that's another one.
Oh, we had the big onion-domed cathedral or something there for the country.
Yeah, Russia doesn't have any money, though.
Oh.
And, Disney requires the country to throw in. Although Greece is broke now, too. So, I don't know. Everybody's broke.
Now, maybe Apple will buy Greece and we'll be all set.
There you go. Or Pixar. Pixar could buy
there you
any
go.
one of these guys. Yeah, Apple could buy any one of these countries, including the United States. But that's a whole other.
Oh, that's good stuff.
But yeah, you know what? I didn't even think of Russia.
I didn't either.
That'd be awesome. That would be awesome. There's a lot of culture, a lot of history there.
Absolutely, there is.
You could have Baryshnikov open up for him.
Oh,
just throwing that out there.
Gorbachev could take fast passes.
That would be cool.
I love it.
We could have a Hall of Presidents in Russia. They're just the Russian presidents.
I like
That'd be cool. Putin.
What?
Get a little. You heard me. All right, we better stop.
We're going to offend somebody at this point.
Exactly.
Oh. Anyway, thanks for joining us for this episode of ResortLoop.com. You can follow me, Tim, at ResortLoopTim on the Twitter. We have our website, ResortLoop.com.
And follow us on Facebook, /ResortLoop. And I'm ResortLoop Bob on the Twitter. And that's all I got.
Oh, and let me throw out, we also have the Resort Loop podcast on Twitter that we were just kind of saving for something, but we were just starting to use that. Now we're just going to start cross-posting. It'll be out there, and follow us on all that stuff.
What about that Stitcher thing? You brought up some...
Oh, my goodness. We're on Stitcher Radio.
You don't even like Stitch.
Well, no, but he makes a mean radio app for the phone. So we're out there. Go find us.
Absolutely.
Tell your friends. Share the love.
Please.
iTunes. We would love
yeah.
some iTunes reviews and ratings, and Share the Resort Loop love that way.
Let us know what you want to hear, what you don't want to hear, and this show's for you guys. It's for the listeners. It's for everybody. We're trying to pull all kinds of information, Disney information in, and put it out there for everybody.
Yes, we are. So once again, signing off, this is ResortLoop.com, your gateway to the magic.
See you, everybody.
You with your fancy mug.
Mm.